Have you ever felt like you're interested in everything but committed to nothing? One week, you're obsessed with psychology. The next, you're learning graphic design, then it's coding, photography, fitness, writing, business, languages. Your browser has 50 open tabs. Your YouTube watch history looks like 5 different people are using the same account. And every time someone asks, "So, what do you actually do?" you hesitate because the honest answer is, "I don't know anymore." For years, we've been told that having too many interests is a weakness. People say you're distracted, unfocused, that you'll never become successful unless you pick one thing and stick to it. But psychology tells a very different story. In fact, some of the most creative and innovative people in history weren't specialists. They were connectors, people who combined different worlds into something nobody had seen before. The real problem isn't having too many interests. The problem is not knowing how to organize them. And that's where something surprisingly simple changes everything. It's called the M-shaped strategy. Unlike the famous T-shaped model, this approach allows you to become exceptional without sacrificing your curiosity. So if you've ever felt guilty for loving too many things, this video might completely change how you see yourself. Number 1. Your brain isn't broken. It's wired for novelty. Have you ever noticed how excited you feel when discovering a completely new topic? That burst of energy isn't random. It's your brain releasing dopamine. Dopamine isn't just the pleasure chemical. Psychologists now understand it more as a motivation chemical. It rewards exploration. It pushes you toward discovering patterns and possibilities. That's why learning something new feels exciting, especially during the beginning. This is known as the novelty effect. Your brain loves new information because, throughout human evolution, curiosity increased the chances of survival. The people who explored, who experimented, who noticed unusual things, often found better resources and adapted faster. So if you constantly become fascinated by new ideas, you're not necessarily lazy, you're naturally curious. The problem begins when curiosity has no structure. Imagine watering 20 plants with 1 glass of water. Every plant survives, but none truly grows. That's exactly what happens when your attention keeps jumping without direction. The answer isn't killing your curiosity. It's giving it a system. Number 2, the hidden trap called the shiny object syndrome. Every ambitious person has experienced this. You're halfway through learning one skill, then suddenly another video appears, another business idea, another hobby, another productivity system, another language, and somehow it feels even more exciting than what you're already doing. Psychology calls this attentional capture. Our brains naturally prioritize new and emotionally stimulating information. Social media makes this even worse. Every scroll introduces another possibility, another life you could live, another version of yourself. Eventually, you start believing everyone else has already figured life out, except you. This triggers something called social comparison theory. Instead of building your own path, you start chasing everyone else's. Ironically, the more options you have, the harder it becomes to choose. Researchers call this the paradox of choice. Too many opportunities don't create freedom. They create hesitation. You stay busy, but never feel like you're moving forward. Number 3, why specialists aren't the only winners anymore. For decades, success belonged to specialists, doctors, engineers, scientists, people who mastered one narrow field. And specialization is still incredibly valuable. But today's world rewards something else too, the ability to connect ideas. Think about some of today's most successful creators. Many combine psychology with storytelling, technology with art, business with education, science with entertainment. They're not experts in only one world, they're translators between worlds. Psychologists often describe creativity as the ability to connect distant ideas. The further apart those ideas are, the more original the result becomes. That's why people with multiple interests often produce surprisingly unique work. They see connections others completely miss. Your different passions aren't distractions, they're raw materials. The question is, how do you organize them? Number 4, the difference between T-shaped and M-shaped thinking. You've probably heard about T-shaped skills. The idea is simple. Know a little about many things and become deeply skilled in one. It works well, but many naturally curious people struggle with it because choosing only one deep passion feels almost painful. That's where the M-shaped model becomes powerful. Instead of mastering only one area, you intentionally build depth in 2 or 3 complementary skills. Imagine the letter M. Each peak represents deep expertise. Everything between those peaks represents broad knowledge connecting them. For example, someone might deeply understand psychology, video editing, and storytelling. Another person combines coding, design, and marketing. Another combines fitness, nutrition, and behavioral science. Separately, these skills are useful. Together, they're rare, and rarity creates value. Number 5. The psychology behind why combinations beat competition. Here's a fascinating principle, the combination effect. Suppose 10,000 people know graphic design, another 10,000 know psychology, but how many deeply understand both and know how to explain psychology visually? Suddenly, the competition becomes much smaller. This relates to what's sometimes called the uniqueness advantage. People become memorable not because they're the absolute best at one thing, but because they're one of the few combining several valuable abilities. Your identity becomes easier to recognize. Your work becomes harder to replace. Instead of competing against experts in one field, you're creating your own category. That's a much smarter game. Number 6. How to actually build your own M. Here's where everything becomes practical. Start by writing down every subject you're genuinely interested in. Don't judge them. Just list everything. Now ask yourself 3 questions. First, which interests could I happily study for years, even if nobody applauded me? Second, which interests naturally help each other? Third, which combination could solve real problems for other people? You'll probably notice patterns. Maybe psychology connects with writing. Maybe programming connects with finance. Maybe history connects with filmmaking. Choose 2 or 3 core pillars. These become your peaks. Everything else stays as supporting knowledge. Not abandoned, just organized. This immediately removes the anxiety of trying to master everything at once. Number 7. Stop chasing balance. Start creating seasons. One mistake curious people constantly make is trying to improve every interest every week. That's impossible. Attention is limited. Psychologists describe attention as a finite cognitive resource. Every decision costs mental energy. Instead of dividing your focus equally, create learning seasons. Maybe the next 3 months focus mainly on writing. Psychology remains secondary. Design stays in maintenance mode. Then later, switch. Professional athletes train like this. Musicians do it. Researchers do it. DAF requires temporary imbalance. That doesn't mean you've quit your other passions. You're simply giving one of them enough attention to grow. Think of it like rotating crops. Everything eventually gets nourished. Number 8. Your identity isn't supposed to fit inside one label. Many people secretly fear saying, I don't have one career, because society loves simple answers. What are you? I'm a doctor. I'm an engineer. I'm a teacher. But what if you're several things? Psychology explains that identity naturally evolves. People who stay psychologically flexible adapt better to change. Instead of defining yourself by one job, define yourself by the problems you enjoy solving. That changes everything. You're no longer trapped by titles. You're guided by purpose. The world changes. Technology changes. Industries disappear, but problem solvers remain valuable. Number 9. The hidden superpower of curiosity. Curiosity does something remarkable. It keeps your brain active. Research consistently suggests lifelong learning supports cognitive flexibility and helps people adapt to new situations more easily. When you keep exploring, your brain constantly builds new associations. This strengthens what's called cognitive flexibility, the ability to switch perspectives, solve unfamiliar problems, and think creatively. Highly curious people often recover from setbacks faster because they naturally search for alternatives. They don't stay stuck. They ask, what else could work? That single question changes lives. Curiosity isn't childish. It's one of the strongest predictors of lifelong growth. Number 10. The one habit that makes the M-shaped strategy actually work. Knowledge means very little if it stays inside your head. The real magic happens when you create. Every week, make something, write an article, code a video, design an infographic, build a tiny app, teach someone, create a presentation. It doesn't need to be perfect. Creation forces your brain to connect ideas. Psychologists call this generative learning. We understand information much more deeply when we produce something from it, instead of simply consuming it. Every project becomes evidence of your unique combination. Slowly, people stop seeing you as someone with random interests. They begin seeing you as someone with a unique perspective. And that's infinitely more valuable. So, If you've spent years feeling guilty because your curiosity keeps pulling you in different directions, maybe you never had a focus problem. Maybe you had an organization problem. Your interests were never enemies, they were puzzle pieces. The M-shaped strategy doesn't ask you to give up your curiosity. It teaches you how to turn curiosity into an advantage. Remember, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to master 20 skills. You only need a few deep pillars connected by a wide foundation of knowledge. That's where innovation happens. That's where opportunities appear. And that's often where the most fulfilling careers begin. So the next time someone tells you to just pick one thing, smile, because the future doesn't always belong to the person who knows the most about one subject. Sometimes it belongs to the person who knows how to connect worlds that everyone else keeps separate. If this video helped you see your curiosity in a new light, make sure to subscribe for more psychology-backed insights into how your mind works, why you think the way you do, and how to turn everyday behaviors into your greatest strengths. Until next time, stay curious because your next interest might not distract you from your purpose. It might actually lead you straight to it.